Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Infinity, episode number 27, recorded not on our normal day, recorded January 21st, 2014. As always, I have my favorite Aussie, my co-host, Mr. Jason. How are you doing, Jason?
G'day, mates. Doing really well.
Oops, no one saw you. Let's try that again.
G'day, mates. How you doing?
Awesome. That's a preview of things to come. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Pirate Steven, what's up, buddy?
Put another shrimp on the barbie.
You betcha,
That's
mate.
that's my Austria accent.
Your Austrian accent? Not your
Australia. It works both ways.
Perfect.
Last but not least, we have Steve C. But before we introduce him, let's just bring him up on screen. There he is. Steve C., what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing great. Why are we just seeing a really bad picture of yourself?
Well, it looks bad because it's wrinkly and taped up to my computer monitor, so I apologize.
I'm afraid.
You guys mind if I take the floor for a minute here? I think there's some serious issues that need to be covered on the Inside Infinity show this week.
Please.
Is that okay? So
I'm surprised you even asked for permission. Normally you just do whatever you want.
It was more of a polite thing. I was just going to infiltrate the show if you said no and take over your feed. I know that no matter what, your connection's about to break now, right?
It's about to, or we're going to lose all of our audience. One of the two.
I plan on losing all the audience. I have breaking news for everybody tonight. I'm going to save the breaking news part for a minute from now, but I wanted to bring up a few topics, if you guys mind. So I wanted to bring up that the last time I was on the show was the show where it was just you and I, Will, and I thought that we had fun. It was a fun show. We laughed, we cried. Afterwards, we texted and about how much fun it was and blah, 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 and it was a good time, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to know, first of all, let me address, you read an email that said somebody on the show listens and was a fan and said that what was your quote? They think that we have the faces for radio, right? Is that the thing?
Yes, I do remember that.
So I'm deeply offended by that, so I'm going to show you, from now on, I am wearing a suit to every show because I feel like if that's the reputation that we're getting, faces for radio, I'm deeply offended and hurt. So I wore my favorite suit tonight with the vest, and I am raising the level. Also because I have breaking news later, and I want to make sure that you guys are all aware that I'm not joking around. This is a very serious matter. So I've been taking notes, you guys. This is serious, all right? So I'll let you get to the show in a minute, but I asked for the floor, and you gave it to me, right? Right, Will?
Right, it's all yours. Keep going.
I've noticed some, I guess you could say some discrepancies with all of you. All of you. Except for Travis. You know, you're the silent partner. You're good. You haven't done anything. I like you. You're fine. It's too bad Lloyd's not here because he's a part of it. So I want to go down a list of things that I wrote down from the shows in past, okay? So I want to point out something that Lloyd said the show after you and I did the amazing Stephen Will show. And he said this at the 25-hour marathon. And I listened to the show that you guys did the other day, and Jason said it once again. I want all of you to admit right now that the play sets do not take you 3 to 5 hours. I have a direct quote from Lloyd saying he's sick of the play sets that take him 6 to 8 hours. I want all of you to say on air that that's complete crap. There is no way that it takes you guys 6 to 8 hours to complete a set when it takes me 24. It doesn't make sense. There's no way, unless you guys just aren't doing the challenges and finding all the stuff. Someone admit it. Someone. Say something about Will.
There you go. It's yours.
Oh, is Steve C., is he dropping out? Did we lose his audio?
You better not have lost my audio. I just got started.
Darn.
Jason, I want you to admit it right now.
I admit it. I have no idea how long it took me greater than that amount of time.
It takes you longer, so you retract your statement before that you would rather have 3 to 5 hour play sets because it doesn't take you that long. It takes you much longer.
If I said it, I retract it.
Okay, and I expect Lloyd to address this on his next show because his direct quote was, playsets take me between 6 and 8 hours. I don't buy it. It takes you longer, okay? Pirate, you're not. I'm not leaving you out. I have something for you later too.
It takes me 12 hours, but that's okay.
So the other show is Lloyd had a very good quote, and I thought it was funny. You guys talked about his beard, and Lloyd said in quote, "It's damn hot in here with this beard." I just wanted to point out that that's a really funny quote. Like, the beard made him hotter. I don't know what that's about. So anyway. Okay. Now we move on to Jason. Jason, my man, I have a direct quote from you. Now, we did the show that was funny, and I did my impression of you, which I thought was spot on, okay, for a little while. Your quote after it was, you said, quote, I wrote it down here, that show was painful to listen to. That hurt me deeply because I thought that it was a great show. I thought that we did nothing but love and appreciate who you are and what you stood for, and you just completely threw me under the bus. So
no, it was. You have to. I'm still waiting for my apology on the Condor Man statement.
That's
what was painful about the show. Come on.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Continue.
Which leads me in to our fearless leader, Mr. Will. Will.
Oh no.
No one has thrown me under the bus worse than you did during that show.
Wait, which show? Okay. It's happened a few times, so which show?
But I'm specifically talking about the one after you and I did the show together where we talked about Condor Man.
I didn't want to take his responsibility.
Will, you can't just live your life taking everybody's sides. You have to choose a side at one point in time. You can't please everybody. Here's how it went down. You guys did the show. None of us threw the movie Condor Man under the bus. You couldn't do it because you haven't even seen it. I just said, yeah, it's okay. It's no big deal. So I never said that. I never said anything bad about Condor Man. What I said was I thought that the disc was stupid. I don't like the glide packs. And I thought that it was a dumb disc. So then the next show, Jason goes, I have to attack you and Steve because you guys the whole time were making fun of Condor Man. And Will, here you go. This is your direct quote. You can listen to it. You said, quote, I tried to defend you and Condor Man, but there was nobody stopping Steve C. You are such a liar. Just admit that you did that to please Jason because I never attacked him, and you definitely didn't try to defend him. So, Will, I want a retraction.
Oh, my God. My face has never been so red on the internet, and I'm crying.
So this is where the breaking news comes into play, and I want
you're not done.
I haven't even mentioned you yet. So here we go. I hope everybody in there's listening. Do we have room in the chat room? Are people ready for this?
People are dying right now. They're loving this too much.
Okay. Breaking news. Starting next week, I am starting my own show called Outside Infinity. Okay? The Outside Infinity show will also air on Mondays on a reliable system, not Google. Here's our logo, Outside Infinity. Let me tell you a few things about the show, okay? It's called Outside Infinity, and I have already recruited some guests and hosts for the show, okay?
Who are?
My first one is a guy, his name is Haunted Mansion Steve. Haunted Mansion Steve lives in Anaheim. And some of the things about him is he despises Disney villains, he can't ever raise a single eyebrow, and he really dislikes the New Orleans Saints. Okay?
Oh, man.
Okay, so that's Haunted Mansion Steve. He's one of my favorites on my new show. Then I have another guy. His name is Mason. And Mason is from New Zealand. Okay? Mason has a thing he really loves, tofu and Spam. And he likes to take his figures and sketch them out. Okay? So then I have another guy on the show. This guy's really great. His name is Floyd. Floyd is from Antarctica. Okay? He loves curling. He tweets about it constantly. And he only plays games on Nintendo 64. And then my co-host is a really great guy. His name is Bill. And he's from Salt Lake. And he only plays games on the PS3. And one of the things I like about him most is he has a clean room. So I would like to just let everyone know that all these listeners can absolutely come over to the Outside Infinity show. I have a way better cast of crew, and we start broadcasting next week. So
I, for one, can't wait to subscribe.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. Jason, I have a
must.
feeling that you are going to bond with Mason. He's going to be right up your alley.
Yeah,
So,
no problems.
there you go. I'm done with my part. If you want
Are you
to
sure?
give it to the show, I'm done.
There's nothing else you want to say? Because
No,
I
I'm
feel
good.
like you left out a few things.
No, I think I covered it about all. So,
Podcast police.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you leaving this show now so you can go do Outside Infinity, or does that start next week?
no, Outside Infinity starts next week, and coincidentally, it's going to record when we're not recording. So, in case I am ever invited back, I can still come on. I just want to make sure that you guys know that you're not the only ones that have interesting characters that can make fun of me off air. I'm going to have my own show.
That is a lovely tie, and I love the shirt.
Thank you.
I thought
I thought the breaking news was that you're pregnant, but I was way off.
I don't. I already said my breaking news, Steve. I'm not going to entertain it. I have someone to replace you. Haunted Mansion Steve is going to offer twice what you do.
Oh, he sounds so cool.
He can raise 2 eyebrows at once. What do you think about that? You just did it right now.
Oh yeah, the eyebrows trick is never gets old. It's kind of like the I can't make my pecs dance, but you know
Oh my God.
the eyebrows I can handle.
So,
Steve, I just want to calm all your fears. I don't think you ever have to worry about double booking ever again.
oh, okay.
I think we should just end the show right there because I don't think
Good.
we can
That-
possibly top what just
That works.
happened.
That works because I'm going to segue right into the Outside Infinity show. So if anybody wants to leave this show now and come over to mine, you know where to find me. OutsideInfinity.com.
Okay, Steve C., there is a argument in the chat room saying that
Already?
you're not wearing any pants. Is that true?
I
Oh
have.
my God! You actually you put on the whole suit.
Well, I was actually wearing half of the suit already today, so I just put on the top.
Okay. You look like you should be broadcasting like a live event.
Thank you. I appreciate
guess
that.
it's-
Well,
it's
isn't that what
going to
we're
be.
doing now? Yeah, what are you
Well-
talking about? See, even you don't have faith in your own show. Do you hear what you just said? You should be
I-
broadcasting on a live event. Is this not a live broadcast right now, Will?
I hate you.
How
Like a
can you
live
be
sports
clear?
event.
How
Jerk.
can you be the leader of a show if you don't even know what you're doing?
It's
This
because
is
we
why-
are about to get
Beauty.
muted.
This is why Outside Infinity is going to break new ground, you guys.
Oh my gosh. All right.
And on with the news.
If we have any listeners left, they probably all mass exodus to Outside Infinity.
I have 1,700 new followers right now.
We have been getting live tweeted. And who posted something?
Who's the one that said that we have faces for radio? I want to know who that guy is.
I gotta remember. Brian, I think? Was it Brian? I'll look it up when someone else is talking.
Well, that's
I
okay.
should have let you do it when you're on your 15-minute tirade.
No, that's okay. You know what? I have a guy that emails into my Outside Video show named Ryan, except he's very positive and he's not a jerk. So that works okay.
Was that only 15 minutes? That seemed longer than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I did do show prep this week, Steve. Unfortunately, it had nothing to do with your show. It had to do with plugging my new show.
That's the ironic part. That's the most show prep you've ever done, and it was at the expense of the show.
I have a feeling that when people listen to this later, they'll appreciate it. Maybe not right now, but maybe another time.
Why don't you
hope
go ahead and tie
everyone-
it into Infinity and request Alice in Wonderland or something?
No, only when it's a holiday show.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm going to get Johnny V to be a partner of mine on the VGE podcast. That's what my show is going to be
That's
about.
why you were asking me.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
This afternoon, Steve C was texting me stuff. He's like asking me random questions. I was like, what is he talking about now? I get it.
Did you notice my Freudian slip when I texted you? I actually typed in Lloyd instead of Floyd because that was the nickname that I had worked out for everybody. So when I asked what the name of Lloyd's show was, and you were like, "Oh, did autocorrect do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what happened."
Oh, well, Steve, thank you for that. I found that wildly entertaining, and I hope everyone in the chat room did as well.
Thank you. I offer nothing to this show.
No, you offer everything. Everything. Okay, thanks, Steve C. So, yeah, if you are still around, or if you haven't been scared off to ever watch a live broadcast again, check us out at InsideDisneyInfinity.com, where you can watch the show live and you can chat with us live. And that's pretty much all I got for an intro. At this point, nothing can beat what just happened. We all look like scrubs because we're not wearing three-piece suits, and we don't have the sweet blue ties that match, and
I just wish you guys took the show more seriously. That's all I'm saying, Will.
Oh, me too. Next time. I expect everyone now. You have raised the bar, so now we all got to show up. And hats are out. Pirate, I'm sorry, buddy. The plethora of hats we all have.
I just hope someone shows up next week in a tux.
I have one. I'm not that committed to the show, though. Spoiler alert. Oh, anyway. Let's get on with the news. Thank you. We were worried about not having enough news to fill our hour/hour-and-a-half long show, so we were probably going to meet our time limit thanks to CC. So even though no one thinks you contribute, guess what, buddy? You do. Let's get on with the news. First item of news. Did you guys see this? Disney Infinity announced their sales figures since the launch of Disney Infinity. They were ranked number 10 on the list of 2013's best-selling games in the U.S., not only in the U.S., but also the month of December, last month as well, which is pretty awesome. Guess what Skylanders came in at, guys? Because, this is the obvious thing we're always comparing.
I'm going to guess number 2.
Good guess. I'm sure that guess had nothing to do with your access to show notes.
No.
Yeah, they were number 2. But think about it. For the latest version of Skylanders, so Swap Force, they were number 2, and they were the number 2 last month, but they're the number 3 best-selling franchise of 2013. So that's pretty cool, though, right? I mean, a game that is brand new, less than a year old, is still in the top 10 and is able to compete with Skylanders and really not being that far off.
Definitely. I think, I wish, because obviously that's only talking about this, it must be just the starter set, yeah? Not the actual, or is that a total, you reckon, of all
I think it's the starter
figures
set.
And that. Okay. Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they sold, during the month of December, never mind, that is not for Disney Infinity. But the greatest part about this, and it's no surprise at this point, but Jimmy Pitaro, the new president of Disney Interactive, told the New York Times that we believe we've set the stage for Infinity to be an enduring video game platform, which is awesome. No surprise, right?
That's confirmation Infinity 2, isn't it?
Pretty much. That's the way I read that. In fact, I read it as saying we believe that we are already working on Disney Infinity 2, and we are doing really well with it, and we can't wait to show everyone. That's what I heard. Oh, I don't know. I think that's really exciting. It's Skylanders is it's the big kid on the block when it comes to these. I don't even know what they're called, but these video games with these toy pieces with RFIDs attached to them, and these two are the only ones. And who would have ever thought that a new property could give, or a new franchise could give Skylanders a run for their money? I sure didn't.
Does this type of game have a name?
It does. It's escaping me right now. Do you guys know?
Interactive Toy or something, is it?
I think that's right.
We'll go with that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Interactive Toy. Let's go with that. We'll look it up. I'm sure it's out there. Cool. The only other, we have a really light news week this week. The other thing we wanted to talk about, we're a part of the Vinylmation Kingdom network, and we post the show every week on VinylmationKingdom.com. They are doing something really cool. If Jason, you could cue that up. They are doing kind of a fan or a member appreciation, and they are doing member giveaways. And the entry started last night, so it's just a brand new giveaway that they're starting, and they're giving away everything from figures, as you can see there, both out-of-box crystal figures in box, but also disc. So there's a set of rare disc. Jason, is that the Series 1 rare disc? Or is that...
I think so. Yeah, Series 1 on the right.
And
I don't know about the left.
Yeah, Series 1, they're doing a complete set of all released discs on Series 1, and I think all you have to do is you just go to the page and just submit that you want to be entered for this giveaway, and I think it's going on for a week, but it's really awesome. If you're a member of that group, go over there and make sure you sign up to win some free stuff. I think that's really awesome what Travis and the group over at Abomination Kingdom are doing to, just show thanks to the members there.
Did anybody in this room get any of those autographed things from Johnny B besides me?
No, I didn't. Did Pirate or Jason?
No.
No.
Do you have it near you, Steve?
Can you give me 2 seconds and I'll go get them? They're right over around.
We can, but only if you show up in a different outfit.
No, I'm not wasting all my suits on one show. You got to be kidding me. Outside Infinity starts later. I need a new one for that. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. But yeah, that's really cool. Again, Travis is listening to the show right now, and he's in the chat room. So if you guys have any question, give him a shout, and he will. He says we're also giving away some Johnny B signed figures in that giveaway. Awesome. Pirate, what did you say about Match.com? That scares me.
Somebody asked how you met Jason. That's how red your face has got. That's.
Is that the goal you're trying to like? It's these lights, you guys. There's a red gel over them, and it's bouncing off my shirt, and it has nothing to do with me being embarrassed whatsoever.
The shirt.
It's a shirt. Cool. So Travis, also from Abomination Kingdom, just got back from a trip to Walt Disney World. He did the. I'm sorry, I'm a bad Disney fan right now, Travis. I'm sure you can correct me, but he did the Walt Disney World 5K that just happened, and he also did a photo shoot with a lot of the Disney Infinity figures at the park. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out because they're really cool pictures. Jason, I don't know, do you have that up or?
It wasn't a link. I'll get it up now.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Nope.
Pirate and I will just talk. Oh, Steve's back, so he can show us our. Dude, that's awesome.
Yep.
Is that the only one you got?
No, I got two. I got the signed Crystal Sully, and I got the signed what's his name?
Francesco.
Yeah, whatever.
Nice. I love Francesco. He's awesome.
Yeah,
that's just because I'm a racing fan. But Boston Steve is my hero. Name patent pending. He said he won the Lightning McQueen crystal sign. So.
Oh, he did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, I tried to get the 8x10 that autograph thing because I had a whole idea plan for framing, and somebody snaked me at the last minute and beat me out, and I didn't get the email that said I was someone had replied, so I lost to that one by 50 cents in the last minute. I was bummed out.
That's a bummer. So here's Jason brought up those photos. Oh, that I didn't see that one today. The Crystal Incredible is pretty cool there. I like both those. That's awesome. Travis, these are really cool.
Yeah, I can't be bothered taking my Infinity figures to Disney World when I go next, but that'd be cool. Maybe I'll just buy some over there.
There you go. You got beat to the punch. There's no reason to, there can only be one. You have your other cool photo shoots that you do, so.
Jason, you have to be careful though. When you go to Toys R Us, you have to tip people here in America.
Tip, and I swear they just. I go up at the register. I swear they just make up the tax and just take the top off. Yeah, that's $100 over here. $50 tax. Stupid Australian.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Well, thanks for bringing that up, Jason. So that's it for the news this week. Like I said, it's pretty low news. But listen, before we move on, I have a question for you guys. Have you guys been playing some Disney Infinity this week?
I have.
Yeah, you have. Jason, you never played. Well, I guess you do.
I do that every week. I reviewed. Come on.
Did you review the toy boxes? Because I looked for it today, and I guess you're waiting until
I did
today
it just before the show. It was a bit late.
All right. Well, did you have fun? We don't want to go into specifics yet, but did you enjoy playing this week's toy boxes?
Lots of fun.
Nice. Pirate, you got to play a little bit this week, didn't you?
Yeah, I played way too much this week.
Normally so?
Yeah, and the problem is, when I register on your website of when I play, so people can so that I can have friends to play with. It's usually after I put everybody to bed, so we're talking midnight to 2 a.m. So almost every day this week I've been just hammering out toy boxes and good times.
That's awesome. So if you are confused what Pirate is or what he's talking about, on InsideDisneyInfinity.com we have a Infinity Player register, so you can go on there and join the register, and you can put in what systems you're playing on, what times you're available, and then your handle for those specific systems. So in the chat room, a lot of times we see people exchanging their game handles, and we're just like, let's just collect all that information, and people can add each other as they see fit. Also, on that note, Pirate, it's been widely discussed. Pirate will gladly unlock a Dragon Gate for you if you ask him nicely on the PS3. And Travis actually will unlock it for the 360, so he's going to be the Dragon Gate guy on the 360. And we're still looking for a Wii U owner of a Magic Band, so if there's the resident Magic or Dragon Gate unlocker, then do that. So yeah, just go to the website, hover over the Contact Us, and you can join the Infinity Register. Steve C., have you played any Infinity this week?
I did. I've been spending more hours and hours on play sets.
All 24 plus hours to beat it?
Yeah, you know what? I like the Toy Story one, but man, is it hard. I can't find something in a cave, so I keep spending time doing that while Lila keeps on picking up characters and throwing them off that cliff. And, I mean, what we've been doing is completely aimless and dumb, because I'm trying to find a red bubble in a cave, but I can't find it.
There was a few of them that were kind of difficult. There's one, I think it was a red capsule, that it took me forever to figure out how to get, and I finally did.
Yeah, the one I'm stuck on, if anybody out there can tell me where it's at, is I'm supposed to find a red capsule in a cave because I need to dress up. What does the stupid alien say? I don't want to be a stranger to the bugs. I don't want to be a stranger to the bugs. So you're supposed to dress him up in an alien, a bug outfit, but I can't find it. And apparently it's in a cave. I've looked everywhere, and I think I'm just done with it altogether. So if anyone knows how to do that part, I'd appreciate the tip.
You know, I think you can just press triangle or square, and it says "Show me," and it'll tell you where it's at.
No, it doesn't. It shows you how to get to that guy, but it doesn't. What, are you just? Shut up! I don't trust you. You're just messing with me.
Never trust a pirate.
I know. That's why on Outside Infinity I have Haunted Mansion Steve. He doesn't lie to me.
Well, I can't wait to meet Haunted Mansion Steve, because Haunted Mansion's my favorite. So.
Yeah, me too. That's why I picked him. I like Bill too. Bill's awesome. His bed is always clean.
What are you talking about? Look, I cleaned it just for you. No
I'm
random.
I'm not saying that yours is dirty. I'm just telling you this is one of the things about Bill that I like.
So Boston Steve is my hero. I can't believe I'm still saying that name.
Yes, and that's not me. I love it.
He is on the Wii U, and he has a Magic Band, so look him up in the chat room. I'm not going to say his name live in case he doesn't want to, but if Boston, if you want me to say your name live so all the folks in Internet land can add you to their friends lists, let me know, and I'll do that. Guys, I have a story to tell you. The reason, I didn't really care if you played Disney Infinity. It was just more of a way that I could segue into what I really had to say, so thanks for humoring me. I got bad news this week. Disney Infinity broke my Xbox. I'm not even kidding. I'm kind of kidding. I don't blame Disney Infinity completely. I just think it happened to be the catalyst for my Xbox dying, because it had kind of been on its last legs for a while now. So I was finally going to try my hand at a challenge this week, and I was working on the Disney challenge. And my resource meter was like this far from the top. It was so close. And I went to move something. I didn't even place anything. I was just moving something that existed. My Xbox froze. I got the red ring of death. For those that don't know what the red ring of death is, it means it's a hardware failure on your 360 and you have to send it in. I have a Halo 3 360, which is, 7 years old or so. I'm not going to pay to get that thing fixed. So right now I am Disney Infinity-less, with the exception of my iPad, which I played this week's Toy Boxes on, but it's just not as good as the real deal. So that was sad news. That was sad. Don't you guys feel bad for me? No one's talking.
No,
You just want me to wallow in my pity.
You should go Sony.
Hey,
The worst part was
Sony.
I was kicking myself because I had given an extra PS3 version away. Well, not given away, but I gave it to my boss for his kids for Christmas this year, and I could have used that. Although I would have not wanted to re-unlock everything. That would have sucked. But
Still could have played the toy boxes though.
yes, with the exception of none of my unlocks would be unlocked. So
No.
because
you wouldn't need that.
the
You
playsets,
want to play the weekly ones.
playset unlocks. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the weekly downloadable toy boxes you could have played.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to break into the boss's house, steal the game back, and it all will be good.
That's great for. Hey, boss, give me a raise. Nope, I'm taking my game back.
Oh,
Take
perfect.
my game and I'm going home. Oh, too funny. So yeah, that's my sad Infinity story of the week. Again, I gotta say, I don't blame Infinity for breaking my Xbox. It just happened to be the unfortunate game to be in the system when it broke. Sad face.
Hey, quick side topic. Do you think PlayStation Now is going to be allowed to play Disney Infinity?
I'm sorry, I did
talking
not
about?
hear a word you just said. I was looking
PlayStation
at the
Now. You know PlayStation Now, the online Sony thing?
Nope, I don't. And I'll tell you why. I don't expect, and this is you're kind of giving away a topic on our next gen conversation, which is fine. But you're not emulating. You're streaming from PlayStation 3s with PlayStation Now. For those that don't know, PlayStation Now is going to be a subscription service for anyone with a new Sony product, not even a PlayStation 3, for a PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, even Sony TVs, to be able to stream PlayStation 3 and older games, which is an awesome thing. It's going to be really, really cool when they come out with that later this summer. The problem, Jason, is that you need to plug in your USB.
Hmm.
I think there's ways around it. I don't think they're going to spend the time to work that out, though.
Not if Infinity 2 is around the corner.
Exactly. Even if it's not, you gotta think about the incentive on Disney's part to, can they just get by with the current install base with current consoles, whether that be iOS or Windows 8, even as a stopgap, because it's pretty much accessible to anyone now, even if you don't have a old console. So.
Cool. Well, to be continued on that discussion then.
Yes. Cool. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about your weekend playing? No? All right, I want to send just some shout-outs real quick. So one thing we are going to open up for listeners and viewers of the show, if you have any Toy Box questions, if you want to hear from the master or one of the masters, Lauren, a.k.a. Mighty Gittis, who has had, I don't know, Steve, how many winning Toy Boxes has she had?
She's had 4, but this upcoming one that's being announced Wednesday night, I think she has a pretty good beat on. So we will see if she can join the 5 Timers Club.
That's awesome. So yeah, Lauren has been kind enough she will graciously answer any of our questions. So if you have any questions, you can email them info@InsideDisneyInfinity.com, or you can reach out to us on Twitter, and she would love to help. And hopefully on a show real soon, we'll have her on, and she can kind of give us some tips. We've talked about some of her stuff before on the show, and she's written in and given us some tips on things she's created so far. But yeah, so that's exciting.
That is really cool. I love how you guys put this together. That's awesome. I mean, who wins 4 of these things? That's really cool.
Well, and Pirate can attest to this. There's a pretty tight-knit group on the Disney Infinity Fans Forum that discuss each week's toy boxes, and they kind of give each other's tips and tricks. So if you are an aspiring toy box builder, then make sure you go join that group and follow those discussions, because everyone's really super friendly, and it's just awesome how welcoming and helpful everyone is over there. This is a perfect example. It's not like this kind of hoarding your knowledge, but Pirate, I know you follow these discussions really well or closely, and there's some tips and tricks, and I don't just mean like ideas or doing this type of trigger to do this. There's like actual kind of workarounds to work within toy boxes where are we getting? Does someone have some audio playing in the background? No.
No, I am hearing some music though.
So am I. I feel like I'm in a spa.
Anyway, so there is some specific tips and tricks to actually work within the confines of a toy box and the technical limitations even. And that's something I recently found out, which is really cool.
Yeah, actually, when we're talking about Lauren's won 4. I'm expecting her to pick up her 5th win Wednesday, but there's actually 2 forum members, Papa Echo and Father, who both have 5 wins.
Yep.
So
Wow.
right now they are the leaders on our leaderboard.
It's kind of cool. You're kind of heading up a internal competition between them on who's in the lead as far as most toy boxes and stuff.
Well, yeah, and I talked to them about this week. I want Father and X Shadow and Lauren and Papa Echo to all combine to do one box. I mean, if each one of those people usually put in 30 hours in a box, think how incredible that all-star box would be.
Yeah, I was reading that a lot of them are PS3 members though, so voice chat might be an issue and orchestrating that. But that would be a dream come true. Imagine that would be like the all-stars right there. So, another kind of tip, and this is something I found out from the forums recently, or Pirate, you might have even mentioned it last week, but if you are an aspiring builder and you want to know what's coming out, like Pirate just said that these toy boxes take 30+ hours a lot of times, the winning ones especially. If you want to kind of get a head start, then check out the official forums, and I know it's also discussed in the Infinity fans, but they announce sometimes even 2 or 3 out from the next Toy Box Challenge, so that's a way to kind of get a head start on those.
Yeah, if you know 2 weeks ahead of time what the next challenge is going to be, that's really the way to go, because 1 week ahead of time is not. It's cutting it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question about this that has nothing to do with the Outside Infinity show? I think I'm done with that, by the way, just so you know.
He's retired.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
Yeah. Done. No, we watch the Disney Channel at my house constantly. It's on all the time, and they have those little commercial breaks where they show those kids that go and play the game, and it's like the 2 guys, the kids go into the room and they build a thing that's based on something, and then they challenge them, and it's this cool thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're channel stars, right? I mean, got people from the shows.
Yeah, that are hosting it, and then they just choose 2 random people that play the game to come and build a thing. Well, at the end it says, go download these toy boxes that these kids built that you see on the channel and play them yourselves. I cannot find them for the life of me. We spent forever looking through each one. Does anyone out there know how to find those ones? Because my daughter sees them on TV, at least twice an hour, and she wants to go play in them really bad, but we can't find them. Does anybody know?
I don't know which specific one you're talking about, but if you go to the
2. I think they've done 2. I don't really care which one.
If you go to Toy Box Share, you can always see the My Disney toy boxes. I know they have like 100 of them now there, but I'm sure we can find it.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys knew right away it was called the Disney Channel 1-1, or because we looked through all of them and I can't find it. So I was just hoping that you had like an easy answer, but clearly I'm asking the wrong group of professionals here.
You need to ask the outside group.
Yeah, they're doing show prep. I can't bother them now. Bill and Lloyd are in the other room preparing.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm sure that'd be interesting. It could just be random promotional video of developer toy boxes too. Who knows? Well, cool. Well, I can't wait. So again, if you have toy box questions and you want to know how to do something, and you see some of these really awesome winning toy boxes, then let us know, and we'll let Laura know, and then she'll let you know. Full circle. I also want to say hello to Caesar. He was giving me a hard time today about not playing the Toy Story 3 game. He's a new follower of the show, and he actually writes for ActionFigureInsider.com. And then just a few of our friends wanted to say hello to Michael, Justin, and Rafa, who I hope a few of them are in the chat room. And Ninja, hello to Ninja and Disney fan, or Fanatic. Cool. All right, guys, let's move on to the next part of our show, the traditional 5 toy boxes of the week. Pirate, I'm going to let you go ahead and start things off because you have some big, bold letters here at the top, and you've already kind of mentioned it, but I'll let you say it again.
Why don't you go ahead and read them off, and I'll add on. I don't have the notes in front of me.
Jason, it's all you, buddy. Start from the bottom, though.
Yeah, definitely. Well, me personally, I played these just recently, so I'll be embarrassed if I can't remember them. But I think this is probably the best week, hands down. Like, I'm trying to remember. I think I might have said the Frozen week was my favorite week prior, but every one of them was standout. And they're all, with the exception of 2, really different takes, which I was quite impressed by. But it started off with Blackbeard's map, which I believe was either Father or Pirate Steve. Who was it? Father 911 or
That was Papa Echoes, yeah.
Is Papa Echo the same one who did the North Pole mini golf?
Yeah, he did mini golf, and he did the mirror one that we talked about last week as well.
I described this one as the very definition of thinking outside the box. I absolutely loved that you went on the teleport thing, and you had this pirate map where you had to find the 10 treasure chests and the main. I just thought it was incredible. The only down note, I had it all, and maybe I just missed it. I kind of wanted to have the experience of when I found a treasure chest, having a warp plate to go back to the map to find out where the next one was. But as far as I could tell, there was only one access point to the treasure map. But super cool. Absolutely loved it. I just thought it was really, really unique way of using the different tools, and looked fantastic. All of them look great, and I think that's probably somewhat credit to the to Avalanche for creating really cool styling. What do you call them? Texture discs.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any intel on that one?
Papa Echo is brilliant. He's become a really good friend of mine, and I got some notes from him today. So he said the lighthouse in his toy box is modeled after a lighthouse in North Carolina that he goes on vacation to every year.
Did he happen to say the name?
It is in Cape Hatteras.
Okay.
The lighthouse in North Carolina, and he said it's a small island believed to be a hangout and the last known whereabouts of Edward Teach, a.k.a. Blackbeard. So that's a little insight of how he got his map, or his toy box named Blackbeard's Map. So I thought that was pretty neat. And he also said that he was hyper paranoid about his toy box, that it wouldn't be selected, in the fear that Disney would view the mermaid on the map as topless. He said he tried to fix it several times, but it only made it look worse. So luckily his mermaid made it in.
I don't remember seeing that either. That would have been so frustrating, though.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out now. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny. But this is the one I talked about last week. It has given a sneak preview for. I thought it was great, and I'm glad I was able to win. So now I have it downloaded and can play it whenever I want.
I just love the detail. I love how he modeled the starting plate on the map. I just thought it was so, just phenomenal detail. But anyway.
Yeah, he can make anything out of blocks. It's ridiculous.
And when I started, I thought, how is this number 5? What are these other ones like? Anyway, so the next one was Treasure Hunt Race. Race around the pirate island and then help Jack Sparrow find the X and get... Oh, I forgot about that part of it. I didn't do the find the X or the buried treasure part. I went up top of a mountain. There was a warp thing, but it wasn't working for me. It wouldn't let me warp. Does anyone know if that was supposed to warp me somewhere?
Nope. I don't know. I mean,
I climbed the rope and there was a warp thing on the top of it, but I just wasn't coming up with the prompt to actually warp anywhere. But that aside, I think it was one of the best racetracks, just as far as a track is concerned, that I'd seen. It wasn't over the top. It didn't have all these annoying death falls. There was that one loop to loop, which was a little bit out of character for pirates, but I'll let that slide. But just, again, really well themed track with the 8-bit styled skull and crossbones. Loved it. And did it have the volcano, the exploding volcano as well? Yeah.
That was well, and this one was interesting to me because we're starting to see we've seen enough really amazing toy boxes at this point that we're starting to see some kind of toy box tropes, and a lot of times racetracks. It's in my opinion, it's hard to compare a racetrack, something that's a little more pre-built, with some of these others, and this was a great example of how you're able to think outside the box and still really flex your creative muscles in using a racetrack.
Definitely. So was that one of the famous five that created that, or was that one? Which one? Of these?
His name is Infinity Fan, and that was actually his first win. So he was excited to see that. And they don't get notified if they win or not. They have to find it out either by visiting the forum or just going and seeing it being downloaded.
Okay.
So it's like they won something. They're in the lottery. They're all really excited.
So I think one of the better community racetracks I've seen built. So then was Blast and Seek. Choose your side in a 2-player pirate ship battle and take a walk into the village. When I saw this one, I was amazed until a ship came along in a further toy box. But this one I love the concept of like shooting at these two ships, and the masts were all built with destructible elements. And I thought this would be really cool with like 4 players just shooting cannons at each other from across the ships. And I thought the village on the other side was just as cool too. And I think from memory, the first toy box to effectively use the ice blocks or whatever it was for the water effect, it had a convincing water vibe outside of the normal water texture plate, which I thought deserved props as well. Anyone else have any thoughts on that one?
I loved that one, and I loved this is the one with the actual fort as well, right? Is that the next one?
No, I think that's the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. This one literally looked almost like a battleground. It just had 2 still ships built out of blocks, but it had destructible masts.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember that. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that. And it started off on an island, and so the idea is you choose your ship, and I thought, yes, as a battle arena, this is really cool and outside the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, that leads us into the next one, Man the Cannons. Avast, matey, board your ship and destroy the pirate fort. This was amazing. This must have been Father 911, yeah?
Yeah, and all of his toy boxes have a playset vibe, which are really cool.
I couldn't believe it. The ship was just incredible. and the bit that really blew me away is when you shoot the fort and the fire turns on.
Yeah.
And then I did all that and I was blown away by that, and then I found the whole inside of the ship. That was just top notch.
I didn't see the inside of the ship.
Yeah, right at the end of the ship, you could go into the bow of the ship, inside the ship, and you had all this whole treasure room underneath, and like the whole captain's quarters at the back, and like it was incredible, absolutely incredible, massive ship that had all the bits you wanted, and the fact that you could shoot the ships and they disappeared. But the bit that really, the icing on the cake was the fire turning on when you shoot the fort. So an actual fort catching on fire was just incredible.
That's awesome. And I loved the creativity of how he got the cannons to shoot at the ship. I thought that was so cool. I had to go and fly around there and just take a look at it because I'm like, what's doing this? And then I went up there.
Was that linked to the timer? Because that was the only thing I could do. There was a timer that kept coming up on the screen, and I thought, I didn't know. I just assumed that must have been tied to those cannonballs being fired.
I don't know. It was a replayer tool, but it seemed like that sometimes the timer would go when you would activate something. So.
But totally amazing, absolutely, totally amazing. And to me, well, I don't know. Honestly, I say they're all so good, but that because I think the treasure map is really cool. But anyway, the final one. Have you got anything intel for that one, Pirate?
Are we talking about the father one? No.
For the Man the Cannons, yeah, the one that shoots the fort.
No, just that his toy boxes are brilliant. The one comment I have to make about all 5 of these is that I thought the most easiest hidden thing you could put in the box would be if you took the redhead from the Lone Ranger I thought that's an obvious thing you should put in your box. They have like have the redhead in your box. No, I don't think no one took that advice.
Is that Red Herring? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, the redhead from Lone Ranger could totally be the redhead from the Pirates ride. So I thought that would have been cool if somebody would have put that in there.
Hey, quick question. You'd probably know. I mentioned in my live, is the fountain, you know the thing that they were using for the Fountain of Youth, is there a fountain out the front of Pirates Caribbean, the ride, at Disneyland or Disney World?
There is in front of Disneyland.
Is that the fountain that's in the toy box, or is that just a random fountain?
I think it's just random.
That was that's Monsters MU, I think.
Okay, cool. Anyways, so the last one was Epic Pirate Combat, and this was another one of those landmark, like, this could be a toy box. Unbelievable. So cool. I died a few times, and frustratingly I didn't hit the checkpoint, so I ended up having to cheat in Dumbo anyway. Dumbo to the island.
That was against the rules, Jason.
I know. I know. I slapped myself for it. But what an incredible toy box. And as I said, I cannot for the life of me pick a number one out of this week. They were just all so incredible.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That number one toy box was done by Tangled and Tron, and that was his first time getting selected for a feature toy box. And he said that he was originally going to go with the Treasure Planet theme, which just sounds really cool as well. But he ended up he submitted a pirate almost the same map for a different challenge, and it wasn't selected. So what he did was he decided to change themes and go with a different theme. So he went with after seeing the new Hobbit movie, he got inspiration to get to use the dragon. So I hooked him up with the Dragon Gate on PS3, and that's where he got his dragon to fly around. And he said it's kind of cool because sometimes the dragon looks like it's spitting fire, and that's where the fire is coming because it almost looks like it's hitting the ship. But the fire effect is really sweet.
So
I'm amazed.
One thing I loved about this, Jason's exactly right. This could be a playset. But one thing I loved about this playset, and again, it's no one's fault, but just the restrictions and toy boxes. There was no way to get confused with this one. It was straightforward, and each kind of direction or where you needed to go and what you needed to do was so straightforward. Yeah, I didn't have to flip any switches. I just had to kind of go through the path to end up where it opens up a little bit on kind of like the last island. But I was blown away by his structures, his pirate town, and how much he was able to make that unique and not look like standard. I mean, I had to take a step back at one point after I stopped getting bombed by a stupid pirate turtle. And just look at the pirate buildings that he was able to create with that, because that was just amazing. And then, but yeah, I just liked how straightforward it was. It's like I didn't get lost. I didn't have to like figure out what switch did what. I just had to follow this path.
Yeah, totally. And this is the first time I actually went overtime, and it's the first time I've gone overtime in the last probably 5 weeks, because I literally, even though we've talked about it before, there's no goal at the end of these things other than generally fireworks. I was still motivated. I wanted to try and play every bit of them I could because they were just that impressive.
Yeah.
Will, are you seeing that there's a broadcast outage going on?
No. Is Outside Infinity?
No, I'm serious. I know. Everyone in the chat room is saying that the broadcast stopped. I just want to make sure that on your stuff we're still recording. Outside Infinity is done. I'm not going to name drop the name of my new show again.
That's interesting because it's still showing live for us.
My sister's texting me saying the sound and the video keep going out. Outside Infinity is taking over. We're like,
I was gonna say the Inside Infinity army is DDoSing Outside Infinity.
Outside Infinity is like Skynet. We're taking over like T-1000. We're in your system, Will.
I don't know. It sounds
good.
Like,
it's playing for me.
Yeah, it's playing for me too. Sweet. All right. Cool. Yeah, I hate it. You know what, guys? I'm so sick of being blown away and feeling inferior from these amazing toy boxes. And it's funny. It's literally at this point I feel like they're just refining their craft. It's each kind of step is my favorite, and this pirate one all around up to this point have been my favorite because they were so well rounded and just so complex and awesome, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I hate to say it, sometimes the weekly toy boxes feel a little bit like a chore. This week I enjoyed every single one of them, and I just wanted them to keep going and going. So, and that was me playing on my iPad too. That was the only thing I was really wishing is like, man, I wish I could see this in high fidelity on a console. But I enjoyed it that much just playing every single one of them on my iPad. Cool. Steve, do you have any other input you would like to?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it looks like Lauren just joined the chat room as well. So I'll go ahead and embarrass her. So it looks like it's funny because they are getting better every week, and the people that are winning are looking back at their first time submitted and their challenges, and they're like, oh my, no wonder I didn't win. Now that I'm so much better now. So I forwarded Lauren a message that she had from October, and like, I can't believe I didn't win again. I'm gonna have to step up my A game. So of course she did, and she went on a tear, and now she has her 4 wins under her belt. So I just think it's funny that at the end, and I think I even caught Lauren saying, and people are winning multiple times. I can't believe it. So
I think it's really good of Disney to literally reward the best toy box and not just go, oh, they've won before, so we'll give someone else a chance to win. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that's what I was thinking that this week, kind of not trolling. I was watching some of the discussion going on the forum, and it's just a huge feat. We know they're submitting thousands of toy boxes each week. Johnny V has said that publicly before. So the fact that these kind of handful of people are pretty continually winning it's amazing, and it shows a lot about how much time and energy and just how good these toy boxes are. But Jason, I was thinking that exact thing. I like how they're not discriminating on just because we're kind of seeing some familiar names and toy box creators kind of often now. It's not really abnormal to see 2 or 3 familiar names in there. They obviously are the best, or they wouldn't be picking them.
Yeah, I just laugh at some of the comments. Like one of them was, "Oh my God, Papa Echo is 5? No way. What's the other ones look like?" Or Lauren's not doing the Disney Parks challenge, so I'm listening to people say, "Oh, I have a chance." So it's funny how I just love hearing different comments. No, not Papa Echo again. It's just funny. And go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say is like, a well-designed toy box is no longer enough. Just having it aesthetically pleasing and thematic. Now you really need to add. It doesn't have to be logic crazy, but you have to add like a purpose or logic to really convey the story you're trying to tell. And it's kind of like I said, the level is raised. The bar has been raised.
Yeah, Tangled and Tron actually said that he didn't use any logic in this one that won. So it's also having a great story that you could tell from these toy boxes.
But what he did use was action toys in ways. I mean, we had seen these as being ways to get around toy boxes before, but I like how it was kind of the winds, carrying you to the different places throughout. And normally you wouldn't think these air cannon things would work in a pirate theme, but in that context it totally did.
These 5 are so incredible. How good do you reckon number 6 and 7 were? Like, that's the disappointing thing about this whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like 5 incredible toy boxes, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 probably were equally as cool.
Yeah, what you can do is if you watch every week the YouTube video that Johnny V does, where they do the countdown, you can see some of the other boxes. So I know people on the forums are saying, "Oh, I didn't get selected, but I could see my box on that video." So that brings them a little bit of joy that they're getting closer to their goal.
Yeah, I wonder what the process, and you know, they'll never tell us because they don't want to kind of give away the criteria. But I wonder what the process is like. I mean, how do you objectively look at all of these toy boxes and compare one to the next? And I mean, one thing I try to make a point to do, and Jason, I know you do this because it's on your live reviews, but I try to make it a point after I've kind of played the toy box to kind of get a bird's eye view and really get a sense of the scope of the toy box. And so I wonder, you know, if they analyze these toy boxes the way we play them, just by jumping in as a third-person view, or if they use some of their own tools to get the big picture view of it, and then kind of from a player's perspective. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the toy box conversation this week. So congrats to everyone once again, and congrats to Tron Entangled. That's right, Steve, or is it Tangled and Tron? What?
Yeah.
Congrats to you for being a winner.
Tangled and Tron.
Tangled and Tron. There you go. You definitely deserved it, and everyone deserved being a winner. And like Jason said, it's hard to rate these awesome toy boxes. Do you want to talk about next week's, Steve?
So the one that's due tomorrow is actually the Disney Parks Challenge, which after this podcast I'm going to go and finish mine.
Our own pirate Steve is competing this week, huh?
Oh, I'm competing hard. I'm going to be sad if I lose because I got such a good plan going for me. I'm not going to give anything away. I'll probably do little spoilers here and there, but it's a lot harder. Like I think everybody running the show right here should try to do it, and so you really appreciate what these people are able to build. It's incredible what they're able to do. Just starting from just this blank piece of paper they get, and this terrain that they have to deal with, and just to make the land they do, it's incredible. So I'm experiencing it firsthand, all the frustrations of getting these little townspeople to do what I want them to do. Because every time I put a townsperson there, they want to walk or commit suicide off the side of the map. They all either run straight back into the wall or jump off the map. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. That's what I'm going to do after the show.
And so the next one after that is Winter Games Challenge, is that right?
Yeah, Winter Games. Can't say I'm too excited about it, but I'm sure Lloyd will be, because there'll be some curling, maybe a curling toy box or some kind of hockey. But yeah, actually, I think Papa Echo is doing a curling one, so we'll see if that one makes it. And then after that's the Valentine's Day Challenge.
So we've seen some obvious ones here lately. We saw the Frozen one. We know there's going to be holiday-themed ones. We were just waiting for a Disney Parks one that we're finally getting. I want to know what the brainstorming session for what themes are going to be each week, and how far down the list they are. You know, it's like, are they 10 down the list? You know, they have 10 more after the Winter Games, or they're like, oh no, we forgot, we have to figure one out right now. What's this next week going to be? I mean, I'm sure they don't do that, but I wonder what the list looks like of, like, the Winter Games Challenge that I assume has something to do with the Olympics, and pirate, who knows, they just felt like it was time for a pirate-themed one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm disappointed they skipped over Groundhog's Day or the Super Bowl, because you would think those would be easy picks. So I'm looking forward to the Mardi Gras Challenge. I'm starting my theme right now.
Well, since the folks at Disney Infinity aren't going to do it, we, as the Inside Infinity podcast, is exclusive to Inside, not Outside, next week are going to have an Aussie Day show where Jason is going to teach us all about Aussie Day. I think he mentioned it on Thanksgiving Day episode.
Yeah.
So, you know, since we're not getting probably going to get a Toy Box Challenge week of that, then Jason's just going to have to fill us in next week. So be on the lookout for that. Cool. All right, guys. Well, next let's talk about a continuing theme of the show. Is each week someone someone either talks about a pro or a positive or wish that they have for a possible next gen version of Disney Infinity, or sequel, not necessarily next gen, and then maybe something that currently exists and needs improvement. And we've all taken a chance to do this, and Steve C started the show pretty much giving us his entire rundown, his 20-minute vomit of improvements to the show that he is including on Outside Infinity. So it's my turn to talk this week. So it has been no secret of mine that one thing I want in the sequel to Disney Infinity is a track system. You guys have heard me talk about that once or twice, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
So hopefully we get that, but that's not actually my positive or wish this week. It kind of goes along those lines, and it's kind of cheating. There's two here. So one thing I want is a diagonal track piece. So the toy box one of the two Disney toy boxes I was trying to make this past week, and until my Xbox blew up on me, was doing a recreation of the Radiator Springs Racer. So I actually built the racer. I had like a map of it, of a top-down view of the map on one screen, and I actually built the racer on the other. Well, there's this one section that is a diagonal section, maybe a 45-degree angle off the track, and I needed to do that on this track. Well, the closest thing I had was the sidestep system. So I would love to be able to have different angles besides just a 90-degree angle or a 180-degree angle on these track pieces. So that's the first part of that positive. The second part, it kind of goes along the track system. It's not, though, because when I say track system, that's more along the lines of like a dark ride system. I'm thinking of like roller coaster tracks that you could make, do loops and barrel rolls and stuff like that. What do you guys think about those two ideas?
Would your track system be variable speed, kind of like how you were talking about before?
Yes. So the roller coaster, yeah, you would have like booster sections. You would have like the chain that would actually have to bring you up the hill. But I would hope it would be a physics-based system that, inertia actually is what gets you up and down the different hills, and you have to manage that while you're building that. And I know it's kind of like a theme park simulator, but I would love to have that in Disney Infinity and really, recreate those few roller coaster rides in the Disney parks.
And I really think to take that to the next level, it should be when your character gets in, it goes to a first-person view rather than the third-person. So, like, you're actually riding the vehicle. That'd be phenomenal for the dark ride, phenomenal for a coaster. I would also like to reconfirm. I'd love to have a water ride system, a la Pirates, a la It's a Small World, water flume style. That's kind of similar to a coaster. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Steve, what do you think? Steve C, you're a big Disneyland fan. Would you like to see either one of these? Would you like to see a recreation of, what's the ride with the runaway train?
Big Thunder Mountain?
Yes. Would you like to make your own?
Yeah, I would. We talked about that before, kind of like how I was saying how much I liked the Matterhorn pre-built piece and how cool I thought that was. I would love to be able to do it. It's just that, what did we say before? The Matterhorn one is like, what, a 6-second sort of thing, and I like all of these ideas. I think they're awesome, so any idea of building out more of them is great. I mean, let's be honest, by the time Disney Infinity 2 comes out, if they do have one, Big Thunder Mountain will finally be fixed in Disneyland. It's been broken for a year and a half, so I need something. Oh,
that would be great if one of the virtual toys was a refurbishment sign that you could put on your different rides. Like Matterhorn is broken, come back later, pixie dust in, whatever.
That would be epic. I would love to see that. Basically, I think a lot of our wish list items are just the ability to recreate theme parks. I mean, is that what we're saying? Is we want a Disney Infinity theme park or the ability to create such?
There was a game. So. There was a game back in the day called I think it's Walt Disney World Magical Racing Quest, where you got to race through all these different rides. Like Big Thunder Mountain had one, Splash Mountain. You can actually go through the whole ride track, racing people. Blizzard Beach. I mean, it had all these top attractions where you could go. Like you could ride through the whole haunted mansion, the whole Pirates in this game. It was incredible. You should get it when you get a PlayStation 3 if you can get the old PlayStation games. But yeah, that game is one of my favorite games. The graphics, if you look back on it now, are horrible. But that's what I want in Disney Infinity. I want to be able to ride through Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion and such.
Well, I mean,
maybe we'll get that next week with the challenges.
Well, you know, I think would be so cool about that is if they had one that's a pre-built one that you could do that was similar. Running around the park would be awesome, and doing the rides would be great. But how great would it be to have bad guys that you're also fighting at the same time while you're running around and doing all that other stuff? I mean, it would be great. It would be sort of like how it's going to Disneyland on a summer Saturday, fighting annoying people through the parks and all that. I think it would be awesome. But on a serious note, that is what we're all asking about, right, Will? It's sort of the clamoring thing that we're all sort of saying is, I think that'd be a great thing to have on there. I mean, just that centerpiece of the building, the train station, and all that stuff with the grass Mickey head. I just want something like that in there. It's cool enough seeing the big Epcot ball and all that stuff in there, but it gets me wanting more. I want more stuff in there.
I remember right before release, a lot of discussions going on the forum. It kind of came to light that the trains that were included with the Lone Ranger playset did not allow you to actually set down tracks and have a train go around. And at the time, it's so weird. Now I think about it, and it's so obvious. It's an obvious omission. I mean, with the way with the toys that are available, it's like, well, of course that wouldn't be available. But at the time, it seemed like it was something that I was just scratching my head. How is this not included? One thing, though, I guess maybe I want to clarify and make sure people at least understand from my perspective is although I want the ability to create this virtual theme park without the management side of things, but create these virtual theme park feel with like the turnstiles that Steve is talking about, with kind of the train station with the topiaries, and maybe even have a Mickey statue there with Walt. Although I want all of those things and the ability to do that in the toy box, I don't want it to be just that. I want it to still be open-ended enough to kind of have, like, I just want that to be an improvement on the current structure of the toy box. I don't really want to take any of the current things out, because what we're seeing in the toy box and what's possible in there now is really brilliant in and of itself, and so I don't want to take away from that. I just want it to be an addition to that. Do you guys agree with that? I mean, do you kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're really just asking Disney to give us every option available so that we can play every kind of game possible in Disney Infinity. We want to do first-person shooters, we want theme park builders, we want platformers, we want 2D platformers. Just give it to us, all of it to us at once, and we'll be super happy.
So, Jason, what you're saying is we're greedy and we just want everything from this one game.
Yeah. Although, can I just interject? I was inspired because I'm like you. I think that's probably my number one want. As I'm pretty much I want the other stuff too, but I would be super wrapped in in the ability to create dark ride style rides. And I thought to do that, I thought, how cool would it be if all the characters that you're not using on your Infinity base, they added the option to have, they had a lot of set animations. You could turn them into animatronics. So you could have stationary characters that would just do set animation, so to speak, and even like more complex versions of the villages, so that you could create your very own dark ride that, combines all the different elements, and even to the level of, like, how with the Mii's on Wii and Wii U, how people create really creative they create Darth Vader and stuff just out of using the different Mii type thing. That would be really cool if they gave us those abilities to create animatronics, and they supplied all different style clothing and different eye types, and that'd be phenomenal. That's like the final piece of the puzzle to create really cool dark ride themed attractions.
Yeah. It's interesting because it really is the melding of two worlds. I mentioned last week, I think I said something to Steve, and I said Infinity Imagineers, or Toy Box Artists. it's really these two worlds coming together. We have the video game world and the toy world, that was kind of this melting pot for this version of it. Hopefully, the next version will be the Disney feel, the overall feel, whether it be scripting, basic animation for a story like animatronics, like Jason's talking about, which not only has the animation side of things and the storytelling side of things, both of which are very prominent in the Disney parks, but then this Disney park of the Imagineering of creating and these ride systems, and it would just be interesting to see how closely they could kind of wrap it all up into a ball and hand it back to us. Like, we have the toy and the video game thing figured out now. Let's just add everything else in there. I'm sure it's not too much to ask. We just want the world.
Yeah, no problems.
The possibilities are infinite.
Oh, I was waiting. That was like a bet we had who was going to drop the line first, and Pirate looks like Steve, pay up, buddy.
Why would you make the bet? Pirate drops it in every show.
It's true.
There's no way.
That's why I bet on him.
Well, the other bet is DuckTales. Well, I'm still waiting on that cue.
Oh, it's been brought up in the chat room already.
But,
what else was brought up in the chat room was this.
I'm gonna have to talk over this so we don't get the video pulled. Stop playing it. That was awesome, though. I don't know that wasn't playing in the background, was it, Steve?
No, it was just he just said hold music, reminded him of the girl of Ipanema, so I started singing that song. And
that is too funny.
Yeah.
So were they saying the hold, like the live broadcast hold? And that
yeah, they said it
plays?
Was pausing and waiting, and every time it paused.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That was brought to you by Inside Infinity. That's something that the second-rate Outside Infinity, they can't afford that. So, but if their show goes out, you have.
You keep bringing up the name, Steve. Will, I'm the one that's trying to keep it under control. You're the one plugging my future endeavor.
Yeah, every time you say that, you owe him a quarter.
Oh,
you can pay him for that.
What's wrong with me? Sorry, I do apologize.
So, Will, you've got a negative. I can see.
Let's talk my negative, and this is a real basic one, and it goes back to my Radiator Springs. So when the game first launched, the very first thing I did in the toy box was try to recreate Radiator Springs Racer. Let me just break it down for you so you can stare in awe of my awesome toy box skills. It was a racetrack, and it follows kind of the story, and for those unfamiliar with the ride, it takes place, part of it's outside, but then the other part actually goes indoors, but it looks like you're outdoors at night. And so I tried to create that feel. It would have been great and easy to do if I could attach the trigger area to the sky changer, which is possible. So you can attach the trigger area. When you walk into this area, it will change the sky for you. Unfortunately, though, not like the Radio Disney Boombox, you cannot choose which sky you want it to change, which it doesn't make any sense to me. So I just want the basic ability to walk through and have it say, okay, Pirate, what's going on? That's just a classic look. I just want the basic ability to walk through a area and have it change to a specific sky dome. Steve, do you want that?
Yeah.
That's how excited you are.
Yeah.
Pirate
like
Steve Kenny.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You're not even paying attention. I wasn't even asking for your input. I was just saying you're laughing so
You
hard
said
you're going
Steve,
off
right?
screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those in the chat room and who are listening, I'm sorry for those of you that are only listening to the audio version because you're missing this incredible television. But there is an off-air chat going on right now. Pirate Steve sent Steve C a text message saying, "Steve, let's see who can make our eyes bigger." Steve C responds, "Okay." What inspired that? Was were Jason and I like having big eyes, or were you guys?
No,
just
I was just listening to the Radiator Springs Racers commentary, and I thought I like that ride.
I hate you. You know what? You're cut too. Go on Outside Infinity.
I would love to see in all seriousness, I would love to see Radiator Springs Racers recreated. And I think they missed out by not having the Radiator Springs Racer vehicle as one of the unlockable toys from the Cars playset. Because,
dude, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, just that sitting outside of your racetrack would make it give you the feel of Cars Land, which is one of the coolest things at California Adventures.
Yeah.
See, I was listening.
Good job. Thank you. I did like your huge eyes, though. That was funny.
Oh, he has to raise his hat to get it up even better. Do you see this? He has to position it.
So, Steve, Pirate, if you are not on the show next week in a full pirate outfit, I'm going to consider you the second-rate Steve. Do you think you can handle that?
No dedication. I'll see what I
got. Jason, before I wrap up this shenanigans, do you have anything you want to say about the triggers of the Sky Dome? Oh, thank you.
No.
All right, cool. I'm glad because I have something else I forgot about.
That was the most awkward 5 seconds of the show's history.
Not for me. Only Jason. The camera's on him. I was hiding. Travis wanted me to mention. So, actually, this is a great segue. Not next week because next week is going to be the Aussie Day show, which is just going to be awesome. And
it's not Aussie. It's not Aussie. It's Aussie. O-Z. Aussie.
Aussie.
Well, do you feel the tension growing in this discussion?
27 episodes in, and you tell me now. You tell me live on air.
Yeah, sorry. It's just the American. It's not Australian.
Aussie.
It's Australian.
So like a Z. I mean, I know it's not a Z, but like
Aussie.
Aussie.
Well, Aussie.
If you didn't know, that show is the primary focus of that show is going to be as rude and mean to you as possible. So, I meant to say Aussie.
I'll wear glasses so you can't see me crying. It's all right.
Steve, can you give people a preview of what the live activity is going to be on that show? Or you want to keep this secret?
Are you asking me?
Yes, because you're the only one who received something in the mail.
Oh yeah. Is it okay?
Go ahead. We got to get people excited.
Can I just say real quick? Wow, I always sound creepy when I say that, like I'm going to dominate the show with more intro sections. I got mail today, which disturbs me because I never get mail, in a very peculiar looking envelope with this big, like, air mail.
There's your address.
Oh, like I'm worried about someone on the internet.
Well, Disney Infinity Fan 22 knows where you live now.
I'm going to hook up with whoever this person is. We're going to have a lot of fun at your expense. No, but honestly, with this sticker that says Airmail International, I thought for a second it could have been, what's that stuff? The white powder that they're always afraid people are sending the president?
Anthrax.
So check this out. Are you guys ready to see this sneak preview? This is the funniest thing ever. I opened this up and I immediately started laughing. I get this. It says, I'm just going to read it to you. How's this? It says, not to be consumed until live on air for Australia Day, Inside Infinity episode podcast. I'm sure you will be a happy little Vegemite. Your friend and Aussie connection, Jay. And check this out. This is the Vegemite.
That is a beautiful thing.
You got that from your McDonald's, right?
That's right. That is from my local McDonald's.
I don't want to take up too much time on this because we have a whole show about it coming up. Like, I have a lot of questions about your culture and the idea of this in here. I mean, I'm serious. I have a whole set of questions to ask you.
Oh, it's going to be a good show then. I'm excited.
It's going to be great.
Awesome.
So I'm sure everyone cannot wait for that. I cannot wait to see Steve C's reaction when he takes a bite. Can you call it a bite? It's not really a bite.
It's like a squeeze. It's like ketchup.
Squeeze.
I need to tell you now. I should tell you. I expect you need to get a piece of bread. Bread and butter.
Yeah.
Bread and butter, and I'll demo how to spread it because I'll eat it at the same time.
Hey, Will, this is going to be the best show ever. You're going to have no listeners at all, but it's going to be a really great show.
That is okay. I'm
You
okay with that.
definitely want to tune in to YouTube next week, listeners, to watch live, or at least we'll make a highlight reel of the faces. It'll be all right.
We totally will.
That works.
Man, but we're only a few episodes into 2014, and this is already shaping up to be a highlight year. I cannot wait for the recap. But after the Aussie Day show, we are starting a new kind of series on the show. It was originally going to be one single episode, but we decided to break it up. Thanks to our intelligent, awesome Aussie Jay.
Aussie.
That's what I said.
I was just joking.
But we are going to be having a next-gen discussion, and which is awesome. So part of that discussion, though, I'm not going to give away anything, but part of that discussion is, when is Disney Infinity 2 going to be announced? Well, our good friend Travis from Funimation Kingdom does not have specific insight, but I will throw this little teaser out there. We do know that Disney Infinity is making an appearance at Toy Fair this year. I don't know when Toy Fair is. I'm sure, Travis, you can type it in the chat room. Oh, Pirate, you know?
February.
February. Okay, so that's close. So for those that don't know, Disney Infinity 1 was announced a year ago last week. Johnny V tweeted that out, and it's February 16th and 19th at this Toy Fair this year. So if we are going to be seeing a Disney Infinity 2 in 2014, then this could be a good place to at least start to tease some of those things. If we see some unreleased or unannounced figure molds, I would say that's a pretty good indicator of a Disney Infinity 2 because we know everything that's going to be released this week.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of that Toy Fair because I'm guessing that there's going to be an exclusive figure, and I'm guessing you're going to be on eBay trying to buy it because it's gonna. I just have a feeling. I don't know anything, but I have a feeling there's going to be a exclusive figure at this Toy Fair that I'm not going to be able to get to go to.
You're talking to Steve C, or you're talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
I don't know. The forum, you four people.
Okay. I thought it was another dig at my Sorcerer Mickey because that is something Steve C likes to.
So I have no inside information whatsoever, but my guess, my educated guess, is that we will be seeing some kind of. I think that maybe this glow Buzz Lightyear picture that's appeared on the internet. I'm dreading that is going to be some kind of exclusive at this Toy Fair that I'm going to have to shell out some cash for. It's a fear of mine. I think it's going to happen.
So Travis is saying Skylanders has exclusive figures at these events each year. So who knows about DI? It's funny because we talk about all the time the comparison between Skylanders and DI, and DI kind of does their own thing in some respects. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did have a figure. I also wouldn't be surprised if they decide not to, and not do it simply because Skylanders does it. But I don't know. Here's hoping they don't. So those that aren't going won't be left in the cold. But I guess I'm hoping for Travis they do.
Well, last year they gave away Mike Wazowski, and it was like it's the same one that is in it's the same one that was the production Mike Wazowski, but who knows what they're gonna try to outdo Skylanders with at this Toy Fair.
Cool.
I'm scared.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's exciting, and Travis will definitely keep us up to date on that. Since he will be there, and so make sure you check out Funimation Kingdom for that. And I'm sure it's going to be spread around. We'll talk about it if anything does come out there. But anyway, that's coming up on the show. We are going to kind of put a temporary hold on this pros and cons discussion or needs improvements or wants, and we are going to transition into a next-gen discussion because it's about time, and I'm excited to get that conversation going. Steve C, are you hot over there wearing your three-piece suit? Are you about ready to derobe?
No, according to what that other person said, the last thing any of us is hot. So
That was good. I'm impressed.
Is that person in the chat room right now? Is that person in here?
Even if they were, I think at this point they would be too afraid. I would be mad at them because they gave you this incredibly intelligent idea to usurp our show and create your own. But B, also because they said you were ugly.
They did. That hurt me. I've always prided myself on being medium average, and now I find out I'm below average. It kind of cuts me to the core. I was always all right with being an okay guy. Now it's like, oh, Steve, you suck. Okay, there we go. Thanks.
Well, Steve, see, you are you are awesome in my book, and thank you for that awesome monologue. That was totally like a Tonight Show monologue or an SNL monologue, and I expect one of those each time you're on the show now. So I don't know how you're gonna surpass that one because I literally was in tears. I was crying while you were doing that. So.
Well, I appreciate you letting me to rant on there, and I just hope that Bill, Floyd, Mason, and Haunted Mansion Steve can live up to the hype.
Hopefully. They have big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I didn't even shave today. Thanks for raising the bar on dress codes for this podcast.
Pirate, even though, like the chat room, Steve C made fun of you and the rest of us, did you enjoy tonight?
Absolutely, it was a blast.
Was that a tough question?
Yeah, that was really bizarre. How do I answer this without hurting anyone's feelings? Yeah, it was good.
It was a good time had by everyone.
Pirate, it's kind of like your calling card now. Can you give us a Davy Jones locker before we let you go?
All right, hold on.
With the eyebrow.
I'm gonna send you to Davy Jones.
Oh my gosh.
I do that all day at work too.
Do you?
So I mean, it's nothing new.
That's great. Well, my friend, thank you for that, and I'm going to cherish that Davy Jones locker for the rest of my life. It is done.
Until next
I'm not
week.
going to cherish that. That scared me a little bit. I don't know what just happened. Jason, my favorite Aussie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see, I'm a quick learner. Stupid Americans. We can learn something here and there. Thank you so much, and thank you for the Vegemite. I cannot wait to consume some of that live on air. And I also cannot wait to learn more about your Australian history and whatever the heck Australia Day is.
I'll make sure to Google what Australia Day is all about before next week's episode because I've got no idea, but I'll work it out.
But okay, hold on. Hold on. I was going to end the show, but we got to take a second. Isn't this like your version of the 4th of July or like Thanksgiving or something?
Probably. I'll find out. I just know it's the day it's an excuse to throw a shrimp on the barbie and have some beer. So day off work. I'll find out.
Oh, you are an embarrassment.
We will learn
to
together.
Your nation as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you can throw out all this random Disney trivia or 80s cartoon trivia, but you don't even know.
No, and I've never thrown a shrimp on the barbie, just to let you know. I throw a snag, maybe a burger, but never a shrimp. But I'll find out what it's all about, and we'll work that out next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I expect to hear everybody's Rescuers Down Under wish list for that show.
Yes. It's part of my plan to watch that movie between now and the next show, so
I was
something to
gonna
talk about.
Is there any way you can crowbar any Infinity stuff into an all-Australian show? And good job. You just did it right there.
Yep. Yeah. Jason, there's a few other ideas. Isn't it? No. Oh.
Phasers, airplanes.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, wait, are we not
Whoa,
live?
whoa.
Well,
We're still live. I'm about.
do we get banned or something? Does YouTube
Wait.
file a lawsuit against humor rights?
The YouTube takes us down. So if a week from today, if the video version is not on, then we have Steve C to blame.
Yeah, you can blame me for 12 seconds of the girl from Ipanema.
Yeah, can we throw some gummy bears in there, or Rescue Rangers or Darkwing Duck?
Yeah.
We can do a little Disney afternoon rotation there.
That's a good idea.
I like that.
Let's see that. What about you can't forget about
Condor Man, he's the best.
no one's talking to you in Condor Man.
And that boogeyman guy from the Halloween episode, I still don't know what that was.
Mr. Boogity.
Tailspin. That's what I was
I
going
love
to say. You
Tailspin.
forgot Tailspin. epic. I want to thank everyone in the chat room. Real quick, It's Time Chicken, Joe, Mighty Giddis, hi Lauren, Ninja, Outside Disney Infinity 2014, who is no longer invited back, Disney Fanatic 22, Toy Box Fan, Travis, and everyone else that was there earlier in the show. Thank you all for joining the show live. We had a great discussion, and honestly, I didn't pay much attention to the chat this week because I had my hands full in the actual live show and keeping Steve C under control. So, everyone, thank you so much for listening or watching this week's show. As always, you can chat and watch live at InsideDisneyInfinity.com every Monday night, 8 p.m. Mountain, except for this week we did it on Tuesday. From the site, you can also subscribe to any of our social media outlets for more information from any of our friends, including the best video game podcasting network, VG Podcast, the most comprehensive Disney Infinity and Filmation news site, Filmation Kingdom, the greatest Disney Infinity fans forum at Disney Infinity Forum, and Disney Infinity. Oh, sorry, I'm mixing up my notes here. And this is totally random, but I want to throw a shout out to TJ and Julie at the Pixar Post, the #1 greatest site for Pixar news out there. You can check out the sidebar at InsideDisneyInfinity.com for links to all of those places. To contact the show, email info@InsideDisneyInfinity.com or look for Inside D Infinity on Twitter. Please subscribe on iTunes, and if you have the time, write a review. If iTunes isn't your bag, check out Stitcher Radio, which is an app on the Android store, the iPhone store, or iOS store, and even the Windows store. So it's device agnostic. You can get all of your Inside Infinity action no matter what your listening device is. Lastly, you can check out every episode unless Steve C makes them get pulled from YouTube at youtube.com/Disney Infinity TV. Everyone in the chat, everyone here, thank you guys so much. I had a great time tonight, and Steve C, you definitely got the MVP tonight.
Thank you. I'll enjoy not being on a show until July.
You're getting a golf clap from Pirate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pirate. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Travis, for being in there silently and chatting with Room. Everyone, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, we hope your week is filled with infinite possibilities. That's how I roll. I'm not rolling an outro or anything. That was just my crazy... That was supposed to be a pre-recorded outro for those that didn't know. But as always...
that wasn't pre-recorded? That sounded so professional.
Well, you know, I did write it down this week because normally it takes me about 10 minutes to get through that because I forget what I'm going to say. So this is anything goes, guys. Well, not anything. We still have to keep it PG, or at the very least PG-13.
Travis, are you still there? I saw you pop in for a second and then you left. Where'd he go? Nope, he's gone again. Oh, well.
We'll see if he comes back. I'll look on there, and if he wants, I'll activate his video.
Oh, wait. I see a hand pulling away Ralph.
Does he want to be on camera? Is that what's going on here? We're showing his broadcast.
There he is. Can you hear it?
Oh, he's still muted. Hold on.
Oh.
I can't unmute you, Travis. You can unmute yourself if you want to.
Dude, hey, Will, someone's upset. Someone's not getting mentioned. William Fanatic.
Oh, I'm the biggest jerk ever.
Dude.
William Fanatic is like my #1 fan, and I'm a jerk. So everyone, just stop talking. Even though this is the after show, the fun stuff starts in the after show. Hello, William Fanatic. LOL. This is like the 3rd time I've forgotten to say your name in the show. How did I think I saw my name and expected that to be my chat handle, and so I'm not going to mention myself. I'm an idiot. What was that, Travis? Thanks. Oh my gosh. Steve C, so I gotta say, you did not warn me at all, and that was amazing.
Thank you.
It completely screwed up. I had no idea what to do from there because that was too epic.
Sorry, I didn't mean to completely ruin it. I felt like a douche afterwards because it was stupid. But hey, Travis, did I enter the right way on that thing? Like, there's all those boxes, and you click to enter each one. Like, dude, I will enter 80 million times a day to try to get one of those place cards. Oh, ridiculous. This site is terrible.
Oh, I gotta go look at that place card now.
Hey,
I
Steve,
know
how
it's
many
not
times
in
did you
there.
practice that monologue in the mirror?
Why did it come off like I practiced it?
It looked well rehearsed.
It did, especially every
Post-it note.
every
did, I
rebuttal
was-
you had something like to defend yourself with.
I was taking a lot of notes while I was driving a lot yesterday, so I was taking notes. And then when I listened to that other show that you guys did, the show that completely ruined my time, I was taking notes too. So I was taking notes. I couldn't wait to throw it back at you.
So normally I'm like, hey, pirate, do you got anything going on next Monday? Do you want to be on the show? That's normally how I do it with Steve C too. But now every time I send Steve C an invite, I'm gonna be like, okay, Steve C, before we go live, send me all of your dialogue so I can
Approve.
get the
approve
green
my-
light.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's your script you need to read from.
Travis, what was that? You were breaking up. Yeah, that was awesome, and everyone was freaking having a field day with that. That's literally why I could not keep up in the chat room, because I'm trying to pay attention to you bad mouthing us and laugh along and read the chat. But it was pretty epic. That went down in history.
Where everybody's Googling. Yeah, everybody's Googling Haunted Mansion Steve. They want to see who that is. I want to hang out with that dude. He sounds cool.
Oh, all right, so Jason, now your job for a future show, and we're still live, so it's kind of giving it away, but you'll have to figure out a way to green screen Pirate Steve's head and your ghost, your Halloween ghost thing, and then just have like the mouth cut out, and that will be Steve, or Pirate Steve's mouth talking.
I actually have a Haunted Mansion Steve action figure. Hold on.
What?
And you think I'm joking? Hold on.
What is that, Travis? What are you? What is going on here?
Sorry, I forgot. I'm focused on.
I don't know if you can see this.
What is this, Travis? Hold on. Oh, it's like a puppet.
Shut up, dude.
I don't know what that is.
That's the stretching room from the beginning of the Haunted Mansion, man.
Oh wait.
Okay, that's a stretching room, but then you gotta picture this guy coming in, and that's Haunted Mansion Steve.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That
He's
is
doing the
Whoa.
eyebrow. He's doing the eyebrow thing too.
That is creepy.
How did you do? Where did you do
Drag your bodies to the dead center of my room. Do it now.
Oh, and then look, there you go. Oh, you had it for a second. I saw Jason. You switched it over.
Oh yeah, the thing. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
awesome.
Oh, that is so cool.
So we're gonna have to figure out how to do a screen. Oh, look. Oh, you almost had it. Travis, what was that that puppet that you were?
Yeah, what is this?
That is awesome.
Yes! Can
Oh.
he join? Travis, you know what? Travis, if I would have known you would have been on today, I would have had a Bizarro Travis too to be on. I don't know what a similar name is to Travis. Oh, you know what? That's all right. Now I have stuff to work on for the next show. I have to think.
That's awesome. I think we should get some custom puppets made, and one episode we're gonna surprise everyone, and the entire show is gonna be us and our talking puppets.
I like that.
Like me?
Jason.
Oh my gosh, I totally have glasses. Do you have it anywhere near you? 'Cause I'll go run and get my glasses. Oh,
Steve,
I will be on the lookout.
Steve, are those things that are opening up and there's little? Where are you getting these crazy
Dude,
things?
those are actually, it's a really funny story. When Yahoo used to have Yahoo auctions back in the day, I won a $25 auction from Russia with somebody who makes those little nesting eggs, and it was like for a sports one. I was like, well, hey, can you make a Pirate Steve one? Yeah, okay. How about a Haunted Mansion Steve? Because he's popular now. He's in. So yeah, those are pretty old, but yeah, those are my action figures.
That's awesome.
What
Go
is
ahead.
that noise? It sounds like we're
A
in
little
an,
bit. This Pirate Steven has a bell in him.
it sounds like we're in an Indonesian shop right now.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, should we call it?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
This was awesome. Everyone, again, thanks so much for joining the show. This was a blast, and there's a lot of great discussion in there. So thank you all. And Travis, thanks for being a part of the show and keeping things in line. Please talk with your puppet.
Yeah, Travis, please talk with the puppet. This is.
Yeah, we.
Oh, so that's an Outside Infinity host, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should start planning it now. When right around the time the Muppets movie comes out in March, we should all have a puppet, and we can do the whole show as puppets.
But you know what's going to happen? One of us is going to drop the ball and is going to show up with a sock on their hand with Sharpie eyes. No one saw that. Travis, do it again. And we have to do it. Oh my God, we have to do this now. It has to be the Outside Infinity show, and it's all of our like evil alter egos.
Hey, are you still broadcasting live? Are people still listening?
We are still live. Are you kidding me? I can't. This is
Hey,
gold
turn it
right
off.
here.
Stop the broadcast. I have a funny idea, but I don't want the people to hear it.
All right, everyone. Thanks again in the chat room. You guys rock. You are my favorite people of all, even more so than everyone on the show. So until next week, we'll see you later. Everyone, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Steve. Oh, that's disgusting. Is that a dirty something?
You know he just pulled that off of his foot for this right now. You know he just did.
Bye bye.